Taurus recently added 4 compact models to their line of TX22 rimfire pistols. There are now 16 TX22s listed on their website. So what is so special about the TX22 Compact, and how does it compare to other TX22 models, and how does it compare to some of the other more popular pistols? After a word from our sponsor, we'll dig into it. Oh, wait a minute, we don't have a sponsor, so I guess we'll have to get right into it. Thanks for dropping in while we take a look at the Taurus TX22 Compact. This is the third gun I borrowed from my friend John. He loaned me the original TX22 as well as the TX22 Competition model. And they also have a compensated TX22 Competition model. So 4 models of each of their, actually 4 or 8 models of each of their guns now. So let's just have a quick overview of this gun, and let's get it out of the box. First of all, you don't need to look at a gun in the box. It's just got all their usual paraphernalia stuff, including a lock, gun nice wrapped in plastic, a second magazine. These are 13-round magazines. We're going to see if the original mags from the full-size guns will fit in here in just a couple of minutes. But there it is, the TX22 Compact compared to the full-size TX22. You can see that there is a slight difference in size there. There is a 3.6-inch barrel on the Compact versus a 4.1-inch barrel on the full size. This is 13 rounds in the magazine plus 1 in the chamber versus 16 rounds in the mag, 1 in the chamber for the full size. A couple of other minor differences besides the size itself. Single slot Picatinny rail, or I guess it would be working for a Picatinny rail on the Compact, 2 slot on the full size. Other than that, they are basically the same thing, just slightly shrunk down for the Compact. You will see on the full size though, it's got a solid slide on the top with right side ejection, and the Compact has a relieved slide for reducing weight, and completely clear on the top. When the slide comes to the rear, there's nothing on the top of the slide to interfere with ejection. Not unlike that on the TX22 Competition, although a lot of differences between the Compact and the Competition model. Ambidextrous safety, of course. Taurus just recently came out with the, at least I think it was recently, came out with a full size that you can get an option with no safety on it. But all the other models have a safety, and it is ambidextrous. The slide stop lever is not ambidextrous. The magazine release is also not, although I believe you can switch that over. It does also have a device on the end of the barrel. Like it's just right now, it's just a collar. You can remove that, and it comes with, take it back out of the box here, comes with a threaded adapter that you can put on the end to fit a compensator or a suppressor if you wish. There's an aluminum slide on a polymer frame, and again, there are lightening cuts in the slide to make it lighter. Sights are just a plain black serrated notch rear U-notch, which is nice for close-up work. White dot front sight, that'll draw your attention to it, but it's not illuminated or luminescent. Contrast that with the original TX22 that had 3-dot sighting systems. Not a big fan of those. If you watch any of my videos, you know my thoughts on those. This model is also available with a red dot. I believe that's by Riton, R-I-T-O-N. And near as I can tell, it's their 3 Tactics MPRD2, which is an interesting optic. I'm not familiar with it, but on the website it looks like it's priced competitively with a lot of the other optics that will fit on the Shield RMSC or Holosun K footprint when you remove the plate. When you pull the plate off of this, it also does still keep you the rear sight on it, and the top of the plate is just a little bit, I won't say it's serrated, but it's stepped, almost like it's serrated. I'm not sure if that's going to give you better traction working it or not. Again, we just took this out of the box. We have not fired it. We will get it to the range today and fire it. But just a quick look at some of the other models. By the way, this gun weighs 16.5 ounces with a magazine in. Normally I want to do loaded weights, but because all the guns I'm comparing it with have different capacities, we're just going to go with the empty gun with a magazine in it. Now the only thing that's lighter than this would be the Glock 44. That is 10 plus 1, or if you get the 18 round Pro Mags, obviously it's 18 plus 1. That comes out at 14.3 ounces. So the Glock is a little bit lighter, although you don't get the option for optics on it. And the Glock is certainly a little bit larger, at least larger in the slide. And from my experience with the Taurus versus the Glock, the Taurus is going to be a more reliable gun. I know that somebody's going to say I'm a Glock hater. I've got a number of Glocks, carried one on duty for a long time. I don't hate Glocks, just found that that one's not all that reliable. All right, the regular TX22 comes in at about 17.5 ounces, so about an ounce heavier than the Compact. And again, you can see it is longer and it is taller, but again, it is a 16+1 gun as opposed to a 13+1. Next up in weight would be the Sig 322. Again, this is a little bit larger gun, certainly longer in the barrel and slide and taller. It does come optics ready, and there's a Bull Armory MS1 optic on it right now. With that optic, which only weighs about an ounce, with that optic, the 322 is 18.4 ounces. So again, about an ounce heavier once you subtract the weight of the optic. Then you come up to the, what is now so far my favorite, of the FN 502. This particular gun is 15+1. Oh, by the way, the the Sig was 20+1, but the 502 is 15+1. Again, it's optics ready, and it's got a Swamp Fox Justice on it right now that does come ready to co-witness with the sights. Nice that this comes with the higher sights. All of these guns so far have the various device to attach a suppressor or compensator on the end. 502 is fairly heavy at 24.3 ounces, which is just a hair lighter, not much, than the TX22 Competition, which comes in at 24.6 ounces. And again, they're larger guns. We're going to get this thing out to the range. Again, I haven't even worked the trigger. I don't like dry practicing or dry firing on rimfire guns. I've got some snap caps, so we may work it a little bit before I head to the range, but we're going to make a couple of trips to the range with this gun and just see how this little TX22 Compact works. I'm probably going to put an optic on it also. I've got a Swamp Fox Sentinel sitting around here that's waiting for a home, and we'll probably stick that on just to try it out. This is a reasonably priced gun. It comes out about, surprisingly though, about $50 more than the original TX22. And but again, if you get this red dot equipped, that's going to add another $70 to the price. But that's for a red dot that, according to the catalog, comes out to about $350 just for the dot itself. So we'll see how this all shakes out when we do get it to the range. Don't have any holsters for it, so I'm not sure how holsters are going to fit, but we are going to shoot at some, and we'll report back shortly. Thanks for dropping in while we take a look at the Taurus TX22 Compact model.